So I didn't understand like what that means. Like Asian people like can't drive, like what bad drivers and stuff like that, right? Usually American friends and stuff like that. That's where I would hear, right? And then I came to China. E-bike. Oh my goodness! People will have 4 people in that thing, and I'm like, and the police are there. I'm like, what? How is the frog?
It's when I first went to Korea, like my Korean friends, they were like, "Oh, do you really eat dogs?" And I was like, "Where on the earth did you hear that?"
The reason I say I like that because they don't eat it. I keep telling people, bro, trust me. In China, people don't eat dogs like that. Okay, maybe in the rural areas, I've never seen one Chinese person eat a dog. What stereotypes do you guys have about black people? Yeah.
Like me personally, I do feel like generally all the black people I meet are really expressive. Like compared to me,
Yeah. Okay.
like cause me personally, I feel like I'm more introverted.
Yeah.
And so, like all of my black friends, I'm just like, whoo.
Yeah.
I know they don't mean any like.
Yeah, very.
They don't mean to cross.
No, you are very
the board.
loud too, right?
Yeah, but like. It's just
Black people are
I
very
need
loud.
time.
I
They're
think
really loud.
How would you introduce yourself?
Me?
I always ask people to introduce themselves. If someone asks you, like, who are you? What do you say to them?
Like, who am I?
Yeah, how do you introduce yourself?
Like right now, obviously, I feel like it's a really good question. First, I'll start by my name. Hi everyone, my name's Julia. And
Okay.
then I was just like,
Your name is Julia.
Yeah.
Julia, your last name?
Chong. Chuang.
Are you sure your name is Julia? I thought your name is Squid Games.
What's your name again? What's the character's name? Oh, kind of forgot. No, but I wouldn't tell people too much, honestly. If they get me to introduce myself, depends on what condition I'm in. If it's like a school formal condition, I would definitely use like my occupation. I'll be like, hi.
Oh yeah, I am
okay. I'm like a teacher teaching the course, psychology course.
Yeah.
But like it really depends on where I am.
Like on your socials, maybe if it's social or something.
I mean like social media or like socializing.
Yeah, socializing with people.
I would just first off go with hi. I don't introduce myself much. Like, I know it's funny.
Can you tell me something? When I asked you
Yeah.
if I could interview you,
Yeah.
what came to your mind? What did you think when I asked you to interview you? Remember, I met you for the first time, and I asked you to interview you for the first time I met you.
Yeah.
What came to your mind?
I was like, it was first like a surprise, like a what? For real? I don't know what's going on right now, but And then it came to me that I was like, hey, this is something new to try. I feel like I can give it a try. But like at the same time, I don't know what I'm in like for because I've never done similar stuff.
Okay.
But it was just like a lot of what is gonna be asked and what a lot of what's and hows. Like
Yeah. Can you tell me about your upbringing? Where did you grow up?
That's a really
Yeah.
All right. I was born in Taipei.
Taipei?
Yeah.
Taipei is
Taiwan, Taipei. So not in China. I'm born in Taipei.
You were born in Taiwan?
Yeah, I'm Taiwanese.
Oh, really? I didn't know all that.
I was born in Taiwan, but like I didn't grow up there. I was born and then I think around 2 years old. Our family moved here, and so I grew up here in like Kunshan, Suzhou. So like around the area. Yeah.
Oh, you grew up like
I grew up
how
here.
old were you when you came here from Taiwan?
Like 2 years old. I was really young. I was like a really young kid. So like, yeah, I grew up here.
So like your childhood, you spent most of the time here.
Yeah, I spent most of my time here. School too. I only went back to Taiwan during like summer and winters. It's like holiday times.
Oh.
So yeah, if someone asked me where I was from, I would like.
Would you say you're Taiwanese or?
I would say I'm Taiwanese, but at the same time, it's like a question mark to me because
that's true.
Because like whenever I'm here, I'm considered Taiwanese, but whenever I go back, I'm like back to Taiwan. I'm considered.
Actually, that thing
Chinese.
always confuses me.
Yeah.
By the way, because I mean it's just Chinese people to me. Yeah, but that thing, Taiwanese and stuff, and many people would also know because I've noted you guys also know like the accents and stuff like that.
The accent it's slightly different. Like you can make out the differences. But like I think the funny thing is because I'm a Taiwanese, but I grew up here in China. But like the language, my main form of communication is English. Because I grew
obviously.
I went to an international school. So
Yeah,
like
I know.
Main,
yeah, obviously.
My main
It's quite obvious.
Exactly.
That was the first thing. Didn't I say that to you? Remember? Because this was the first thing when I spoke to you that you don't have the typical like Chinese accents when you speak English. Yeah.
I have like a really American.
yeah, I know. So like, is your granny maybe and like your grandpa based like here like in Suzhou? Where are they?
My grandparents are based in Taiwan, so it's only just my like first close family.
Like your mom and dad.
Yeah, just my mom and dad and me and my brother.
Oh, how old is your brother again?
My brother is like. He's like 3 years younger than me. He's in university right now.
Okay, is your brother like close to you?
Yeah, he's close.
Oh,
so
okay.
we're like pretty close. We like talk to each other about emotional stuff.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Actually, it's weird because I have brothers, but I feel like I'm closer to much more of like my friends than I am to, like to family. Yeah. That's interesting that you say that. So would you say then who raised you? You were raised by your mom and dad or more of your grandparents? What would you say?
Definitely my mom and dad, because like our whole family was here, so definitely my mom and dad.
Yeah. When you reflect like on your childhood, do you think you had like a good childhood, or what do you think?
I think I do. I did. I don't know. I vaguely remember anything, but nah, it was a lot of. I do remember that because I'm the older one. I'm the older sibling, so.
Older sister.
Now my dad was really strict on me, so like it's kind of different how my brother and I were raised.
Oh really?
So my mom and my dad had two really different perspectives on like how like as in like values and stuff. Like not really different, but
yeah, I think I kind of get it.
Yeah, it can't be too different because they clicked.
Yeah.
But it's like we had really different upbringings, like my brother and I. So like I was more like my dad was more strict on me. So and for my brother it was more like you do you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like when you say strict, in what way?
So like it was more like the traditional way. Like if you see the difference though. Because for my brother it was more like I think a really good way to put it, or like an easy to understand way, would be like he's more of a Western way, and then I'm more of like an Asian traditional way.
Oh,
but
I
that
see.
changed a little afterwards. So. Yeah.
Okay.
But,
so, sorry. So, like when you're growing up, are there like things that you liked to do? Maybe something that you're like, into so much, and you like to do, maybe to the point whereby your parents have to stop you, say, Julia, stop. It's enough now. Come home. Are there like things like that?
I do remember. I like loved to draw stuff. I love sketching and just drawing and just designing. So I would spend a lot of time doing that, even when I have something else to do and like I had to get it done, I would still be drawing a lot of things. Because I used to have like drawing classes, so I like learned a lot of different ways of.
Oh, can you like sketch a person?
I can sketch a person. I can do it with pencil. I can do it with like chalk. I can do it with oil paint too, and water paint. I think.
You can do it with chalk.
Yeah. I can do like a chalk drawing. Chalk is more like objects, so like flowers or like fruits.
Okay.
So I can do like objects, but I can do like a sketch with pencils.
I wish I could draw actually.
Yeah,
I feel like if I could draw, I feel like it's just romantic, to be able to draw. I can imagine like drawing someone that you like or something.
Yeah.
That's kind of romantic, wouldn't you say? Like, and then you just give them like a picture.
I think it's
that's kind of cute.
Because he got that personal touch.
Yeah, that personal touch. Yeah. Okay, now I saw something interesting.
All right.
Okay, in your WeChat.
No.
So, so in your WeChat timeline, you wrote, "The only obligation in this life is to be yourself." But so I asked myself, like, why that line? So I thought, like, it was interesting, of course, and I thought to myself, like, what does it mean to be yourself for you? Because I thought, like, this comes from somewhere to say the only obligation you have in this life is to be yourself. I thought that's interesting. What was going on in your mind when you wrote that?
Alright, this goes back too long. This goes back way too long. Okay.
It's cool. Yeah, we have time.
Alright, now let's give it that. Okay, no, that original the original phrase, it was a quote from I forgot who, but I heard it from my English teacher back in high school. So, and it was also like out of nowhere, because it was I think we had this writing thing, and then he marked it, and then I like, we were talking, we had the feedback session, and so I think, I don't know, he probably thought I was really vulnerable or something, and he like wrote like the quote, like, your only obligation is to follow your own thoughts, something along those lines.
Follow your dreams or something.
Yeah. Like, you just had to follow your own thinking. You don't have to listen to anyone else. Something along those lines. And then
what grade was this?
I think it was back in grade 10, 11.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I thought this was interesting actually. It seems like very like deep.
Yeah.
Say that.
And then it's like, because my mom tells me a lot about, because back then when I graduated university, I kind of lost track of what I wanted to do, and I had no idea where to go from there. So I was really, because back in school, you know, you had grades, you had exams, you had a lot of those things, and you kind of had something to work towards. But then the moment that I graduated, I kind of lost that.
I know it's very tough outside, like, because I feel like school, you know, it's like school provides you like this protection, like within the system, because everyone understands you're a student, you don't need to make money, you're a kid and stuff, and then after that you start to have real obligations now, like you have to finish college, you need to get going, you know, and then people start saying things, you know, like get married and stuff, you know, all those, because those are obligations of life. They start saying, I know how that goes, because when you're young, everybody's cool and everything's cool, and then all of a sudden as you get older, then boom.
And it's more like I really didn't know what I wanted to do back then. Like, I didn't even have a direction or anything, because back at school I knew exactly, I was a boring person. I'm still a boring person, but
really,
I don't know.
But you didn't strike me like that actually.
Really, I always thought I was a boring person, honestly, because like what? Because you know how people are really passionate about stuff. I don't really see that in myself. Like, I'm not a really passionate person about anything at all. So I'm just like chill about everything.
Oh, you just chill about. So okay, now that you're saying that, so I asked myself, what made you like choose to be a teacher, or did teaching choose you? What happened?
I think it's because of psychology. Because my personal interest is in psychology, and I knew that I wanted to do something similar, or like something along the lines of psychology, but I just didn't know where to start. And then graduating from my bachelor's, I didn't want to continue at that moment. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna see what I can do right now along this line of psychology. And so my brother used to go here at the school.
Oh, your brother used to come here?
Yeah.
when you were a teacher, or before you became a teacher?
Before I became a teacher. It's a long story. So brother used to be here. Yeah. And so I had some people that I knew, so I kind of like asked around, and then I like did all the interview and the process and everything, and so I was like, okay, I'll give it a try, and so here I am right now.
No, and then you became a teacher. Yeah. Do you think you like being a teacher, or?
I think there's ups and downs. It's debatable. I do like what I'm doing. I do like the chance that I get to like. You know, when I'm teaching students, it's essentially I'm also learning.
Yeah, true. I know what you mean.
Yeah, because I have to.
You have to read stuff.
you have to read stuff. That's one thing.
Yeah, and
then,
you have to like prepare. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I know.
But I think the fun part about that is that I kind of get dragged away by a lot of other, like, I get sidetracked by other information that's not in their curriculum. But I kind of.
Oh, I know what you mean.
I read a lot.
Maybe you read something and then gets interested. Like, what? I want to see that. Okay.
And then I like search something else, and then I start reading something else.
Yeah.
That I think it's the fun part, and also I think the interactions with student is a fun part for me because I never know what's going on. I never know what's gonna happen before the class happens. It's kind of it just goes with the flow.
Wait, you said you studied in like international school, right?
Yeah.
Have you lived outside of China?
University, yeah. I've lived outside of China.
Yeah, you said
Korea and the U.S.
Oh, Korea and the U.S.
Yeah,
Like how you spent like a year?
I spent like around 2 years in both places.
Yeah. Ah, okay. Cool. Squid Games. I like this. I like this. I like this. Okay. Now.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you. I think we know you now from the background that you gave us, right? So I'm going to ask you now, like, deeper questions, but not deep, like, not necessarily personal questions, but more like stereotypes and things I also find strange living here in China. Okay, yeah. Okay, the first big thing, crazy. What's up with Chinese women and cats? I don't get that relationship.
And cats?
How Chinese women love cats. Like, I don't get it. Like, what's going on with that? Like, they love cats. You know, I actually asked my student too this question. They're like, but Mr. Mlandi, they're cute. I'm like, duh, fine, but not like that. Like, they love, you know, I've gotten used to it that Chinese women just love cats. I'm sure, okay, let's do this. Think about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you, as I say this, there are a couple of people that you know, women who have cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what's up with that? Can you tell me what's up? Okay, some people, maybe they like dogs too, because I've noticed some people like dogs, you know. But this is my observation that cats are like
Cats.
Yeah, like what's up with that? You don't know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. 'Cause I do. All right, I do see where you're coming from because you see cat cafes, but not dog cafes. But like me, I'm a cat person, so when I'm hearing
exactly.
I'm a cat person.
You're a cat's person.
Yeah, so like when I'm listening to this, I'm just like, what? Alright, but
see, this is my point. You see, for example, I don't know in my experience in like my culture, I don't know any like black women or Zulu women in my culture who say what you're saying. Like, I'm a cat's person. It's not a thing.
This is new. Like,
really?
This is the first time I've ever heard anything like this. Like,
really, like, but you guys like seem to love cats, and at some point, like, it doesn't even make sense. Why you guys love this thing so much? You know? Okay, big thing. WeChat. You know, WeChat. You see people's profiles, people's like story. Cats are there, like cats and cats everywhere.
80% of the time.
Yeah, like where does it come from? Like, okay, you say you're a cat person. What do you like about cats?
I can't speak for other people, but for me, I do know that. Okay, the obvious reason it's cute. I don't want to say this because you said it already, but like, okay, cats are cute, but then at the same time, I feel like it's the I do feel like it's because people are living alone recently, I don't, not recently. What am I saying?
Yeah, but why can't you get a bird something? Get a snake, I don't know.
Get a snake.
I have no idea. But cats, like, it's a big thing that I've seen that people love cats. You know, to the point that I've noted that's like cats, like big thing.
Just like I don't know, honestly speaking. That's something that needs.
You need to think about.
I need processing. I don't know. Cats.
Yeah, because but do you see my point? Like, you say you're a cat person, right?
Yeah.
And I'm saying I don't know any other person like. And so here in China, plenty of Chinese women love cats. I know this, but thinking back, like in South Africa or anything like that, I don't know a black girl that owns a cat.
Wait.
Not even one that owns a cat. And I know more black girls than Chinese girls. but not even one black girl owns a cat.
It's like 10 people versus 100.
Yeah, like, I don't know anyone who owns a cat.
It came to my mind just now. I do see, because when I was back living in the U.S., I see a lot of dogs.
Yeah,
because they all have dogs as pets, but right now I'm realizing it is more often in China, I think, cats.
Yeah.
But I have.
You never thought about it.
I never thought about it, but now that you're saying it, and I think about it, I feel like it has something to do with, I don't know, the personal, like, because for Chinese women, I feel like they prefer to probably stay indoors. And that's what cats prefer to do. Like, imagine you had a dog. Now, I'm getting really, like, this is like biased or something, but hey.
No, it's okay, it's okay.
It's like my theory right now. Like, because they're, like, afraid of getting tanned and stuff, so they tend to stay indoors.
Yeah.
And like, cats are cute, but, like, dogs need walking. Like, no, you get it? Like,
I know. You
dogs
can't walk.
gotta go out.
You don't walk a cat.
Yeah, you don't have to walk a cat. So, like... So, like, practically, I feel that from the practical perspective, I feel like that's why.
That's why. Okay.
But yeah, there could be other reasons.
Okay. Now, another stereotype. This one I've always had from, like, Americans mostly. But I wasn't, like, I didn't know at the time, like, as much. Like, I didn't understand this, but it was a big thing. Because even when I watch, like, comedians, this one big thing was that Asian people are like bad drivers, right? I didn't understand it, you know. Bad driver.
Oh, bad drivers.
Yeah, driving. Right. So I didn't understand like what that means. Like Asian people like can't drive, like you know what bad drivers and stuff like that, right? Usually American friends and stuff like that. That's where I would hear, right? And then I came to China.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Really a bad driver?
Yeah, bad. Terrible. Okay, I think this is what happens. This is what I see, what I think, right? I feel like Chinese people drive more on convenience rather than following like rules of the road. Like, you know, because here, when I was new, I used to lose my mind. One, e-bike. Oh my goodness. People will have 4 people in that thing. And I'm like, and the police are there. I'm like, what? Traffic cops see you with 4 people on this thing and their kids. One dad, one kid here, mother at the back, another kid here, and that used to like freak me out. I didn't understand cause guess what? In the West, where I'm from, you go to jail for that. Like what? It's just jail time, bro. Like you can't be driving with kids on an e-bike like that and 5 stacked. Like that's jail. There's not even a question. You're going to prison that day. You have a 2-year-old here.
Like
standing right here, right? Sometimes with a small chair. Like I used to freak out when I was new. Like how the hell are these people doing that? Like, cause I would never dare do that. You know, never. You know. So that's what's new to me. And then when it comes to cars, that's another thing. Okay, there's this thing that is very popular here. Like for an example, let's say I'm driving the car, but then I want to go this side, right? The cars coming this side are going like this, right? And then I just go like this in the traffic lights. So here, people don't wait for the traffic lights in front of them to change so that they can make their turn. They just join the cars that's going this side.
A right turn? Are we talking about right turn right now?
Yeah, if you're talking about right turn,
Because, no, in China it's the rule. You don't have to wait till the lights turn green to go on a right turn.
I thought that's bad. Actually,
I thought that was bad too. Like
that's so bad actually.
Because driving rules in Taiwan and in China are kind of different. Like in Taiwan, it's you gotta wait for that light to turn green for both turns. But here, because like I drive both places, both in Taiwan and here. Like whenever I had to switch back, I have to remember that here I can make a right turn. But I can make a right turn without having to wait for that light. And I never get it because
you guys don't wait. Because I always thought that was strange. Because sometimes, because when cars are all like, they say for example they're going this side like this, and the car comes in and breaches in to go the other side, then the car coming this side would sometimes have to stop a little so that the other car can join in and go this side. I never understood that. You know that usually or like that's just to me, it's always those type of things like crazy to me, right? Sometimes, because for example, when I'm driving, going to school, the traffic light is open for me, it's green in front of me. I'm going, and the car will just come on the side, and you know, those type of stuff.
I know, it's like, I feel like it's the turn that annoys people, because I actually thought about this question, and then it came to me that because back in Taiwan we had a lot of motorbikes, so like instead of cars we had like majority was just motorbike, because Taiwan's like small, and then you can go by around with a motorbike. That's fine.
Okay.
So like we had to wait for that red light to turn green in order to make a right turn because of safety.
Right turn. Yeah.
But like here,
they don't wait.
I feel like I just never understood why, because there's also e-bikes here, and it just kind of came to me like, okay, they're just really skilled at what they're doing, and they know exactly what's, because I don't.
Exactly.
I don't ride e-bikes. I don't know how.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's like it's chaotic. It looks chaotic.
You don't. I remember you said you don't have one.
I don't have one. I know, and I'm not planning on getting one. It looks chaotic.
Yeah, it's actually cool. I like. Well, I didn't have an e-bike too. Like before moving to China, it's my first time having an e-bike. It's here in China. You know, when I'm back home, I drive my car, of course. Yeah. But here I have an e-bike. You know, and well, in the beginning, the only thing that just didn't make sense to me is how Chinese people drive e-bikes. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, Chinese people have guts. Like, they don't. And I've had like close an accident more than I've ever had, ever. I've never had an accident driving at home, ever, not even once, until I came to China. First time having an accident was in China. Can you imagine that? Like, I've been driving for some time at home. I started driving in high school at home, right? Very early on I was driving. Never had an accident. Here, oh my goodness.
I do feel like that. I do feel like it has something to do with the country's development. Because back then, the roads aren't that big either. Because one thing that came to my mind when you were talking about this was back when I drove in the US. You know how the roads are really wide?
Yeah, true. They're very wide.
Like, if you come here, it's like it's more narrow. And so for drivers here, you have to know how to squeeze around.
Yeah, but in the US too, the law in terms of the road like is very like strict rules and stuff compared to here.
It's strict rules, but at the same time, like here, I feel like it's because like you know how China was like not as developed as it is right now. It's been crazy exponentially.
Yeah, very good actually.
Yeah, but before. It's like all the things are really packed together and you kind of have to find your way around and like squeeze. Yeah. I feel like that's one of the main reasons, because this came to my mind when I was driving back in the US. It was actually my dad driving back then. So for Asian people, our perception of something being really close is smaller than that of the US, because for them the road is really big, and so safety distance is like what? Safety distance is like 3 meters. But for like Asian or like here, the safety distance is like, alright, I can still make it. I got like 10 more centimeters before I hit. So like and then my dad was telling me because the woman driving was she was mad. She was mad, and then she like had her window down, and like my dad got scared. I was like, you kind of went too close, because for my dad it wasn't that close, but for her
it was too close.
It was way too close. So like I think
maybe we might also have different like perceptions when it comes to that.
Yeah, it's how we perceive that distance of safety.
Okay.
I feel like that's one of them.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Let me change here. Okay, we still good?
Right.
Okay. Squid Games!
Alright, how many times was that? That was like the 15th time maybe? I have no idea.
Squid Games! Okay, what is another controversial question I have here? What's another controversial question
no
here?
idea. This is scary.
Oh, okay. Minnie, that's another thing. Can you please, maybe you are going to help us with this question, because people don't believe me when I say this.
What's up?
So, sorry.
Kind of cutting on that,
Yeah, I don't want to cut your head. And Squid Games has no head. They're gonna say we were playing Squid Games and she lost and cut her head. Yeah, you know, people, I hope you're gonna like, you know, put this one down. Can you please explain it? Many people always think Chinese people know Kung Fu and everybody can fight. Trust me. And everyone asks me, can your student do kung fu? It's like, bro, Chinese people are not like that. It's because of movies though. Because it's almost like, you know, in movies what they will show like, you know, those schools, like big schools, and they're like everyone wearing the same thing. You know, those type of things. And that's the perception. So people think you guys are like martial artists. Everyone, you know, like everyone knows kung fu. You probably could beat me up right now. You know kung fu. Can you please put this one down? Do Chinese people, what percentage of Chinese people know kung fu? Please, can you please tell us what percentage are badass people? Like who can beat up people?
I can tell you that it's definitely not 100%.
No.
Why would
No, just people don't do kung fu like that. I tried to say like, it's like no.
This is so funny. This is really funny.
Do you know kung fu?
I don't know. I was like, I fail as a nation. No, I don't know kung fu, but like I don't know any other people who also know kung fu. Like, huh? What do you mean? No.
Actually, it's not. It's not as big because I also thought that when I came here. I'm like, you know, maybe our school, you know, after school the kids go there and practice. You know.
That's a huge stereotype.
Yeah, I know.
That's a huge stereotype. No, Jackie Chan.
Yeah, Jackie Chan sold that. You know.
I think it's because what went out through media, through movies especially, like what went crazy, or like it's a representation of China. So like when you say like Chinese movie, you probably think a lot like Jackie Chan or like Li Xiaolong.
Yeah.
So like a lot of this kung fu-ish. So that's what went famous. So like that was the first impression people had. So they feel like people all knew Chinese. All knew
like they just do kung fu.
Nah, not everyone knew kung fu, but I also feel like it's something.
Does your dad know kung fu?
My dad doesn't know kung fu, but you know the Tai Chi they do in parks.
Yeah.
That came from really like olden times when they say it's something about your chi and you have to like regulate your inner balance.
Your inner energy and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I see old ladies here doing those type of things.
Yeah, you go to the park.
Yes. Even in the morning, I took a video of another lady and posted it on my timeline, and my friends are like, "Join her. Go ask her to be your master. Ask her to be your master."
That's not kung fu. That's different.
Yeah, of course. It's like something else. I mean, it's almost like, as you were saying, like they're channeling, like it's almost like yoga basically.
Yeah, it's like yoga. I feel like
a type of yoga.
Pilates yoga.
Yeah,
equivalent. It's something with your health. It's just another form of exercising.
Yeah.
So like, but the way that their body and their movement, it makes it look like.
Yeah, it's kung fu. Yeah, because they're doing.
They're doing like the.
Yeah,
I don't know how to do that.
Show us something.
Like,
can you stand with one leg?
Standing with one leg has to do with balance.
Okay. You live overseas. When you think, what's the difference between like people generally in other cultures overseas compared to here in China? What would you say?
Ooh.
Yeah, like just the people, like how the society feels. Okay, because in my experience, one of the reasons I ended up living here like longer is because Chinese people Chinese people are so like peaceful. Like I don't know how. Like sometimes too kind too. You know, sometimes I feel like Chinese people, you need to be angry a little. You know, like just too kind. You know, some Chinese people can be very kind. My student said maybe it's because you're a foreigner. That's why you feel like that. You know, because maybe it wouldn't be the same way if I wasn't like a foreigner, for an example.
I do
feel
like it.
Yeah, like they say that to me, and I'm like, really? They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, maybe, because like Chinese people to me, I find them to be very kind. Like so kind to the point where I'm like, no, bro, like get angry, be mad. Like why are you so kind? Yeah, they're like that. And also people here, very funny. Chinese people don't hit each other when they fight, at least in public. Like, you know, maybe they can have different kinds of fight that I don't see, but in public Chinese people never hit each other, because I spend a lot of time with the guys that I play with, right? So when they get angry to each other, they're like and go like push each other, but never hit. Nobody like punch the face. No one, never ever. This is my 6th year in China. I have never seen a Chinese person punch another person on the face. I've seen them getting angry and like, you know, to the point that they might fight, but they never do fight. Ever. Trust me, I play football a lot with them, like especially the guys.
Yeah.
Bruh, like, I'll be like, okay, punch! No one punch! Hit him!
I get that
Hit him fast! No one. So why is that? Can you tell me where this come from?
You mean like why we're so chill about it?
Yeah, why is it just chill?
Cause
Like, why never, like, even when you don't fight too? Why? Like, that's interesting.
It does have to do with like your emotional expression. Because I did realize this. I think especially for Chinese people, we have a more internal way of expressing, or like we just don't express. We don't express any emotion at all. Like,
yeah,
happy,
you keep things inside.
Yeah, whether it's positive, whether it's like we don't say it, we don't express it out loud.
That's true.
That I thought it was just Asians in general. So when I was in Korea, I kept an eye out, but Koreans they expressed more of their emotions, but also not as much as when I later went to the US. It was like if it was happy, it was happy. It was sad, it was sad. If it was mad,
people.
it was mad.
Yeah,
like it was
like
really obvious.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah.
They make it really clear to you that don't mess with me, or like, hey, I'm really happy right now.
Yeah, or I'm really mad at you.
Yeah. But like, I do feel like it's something we're growing up with because, like for me growing up, it's like I've always been told like you kind of, it's like okay, you're mad at something, but first of all, do you really need to tell someone else that, or is it like can you handle it yourself? At least for me, it feels like if I can handle something myself, then I would keep it on my own, and I wouldn't share too much with other people. And I think it comes from like, I don't know, the idea of you don't want it to cause problem to other people. But that I feel like is a really serious problem when it comes to mental health issues, because you do realize that keeping things to yourself, and if you can't find a way out, it does lead to a lot of problems. And so, but like you rarely see that in like Western culture.
Yeah,
they're just more expressive. Like
true.
Whether
very,
it's happy or
very
sad,
true.
they share emotion.
Black people are very expressive.
Yeah. They share emotion. So like it comes to, and then like for Asians in general, it's just like in comparison, we're just so chill about everything.
Yeah, true. Very.
But I do feel like it does like have like consequences. Because when it explodes, it's like a huge explosion.
Yeah,
so when
true.
we do express,
it's very big.
Yeah, it's still the point that I can't handle this anymore. Like even aggression, it's still the point that I can't handle this anymore. So like I want them dead, but like not dead, but like in jail or something.
Do you think maybe also that can be as you're saying, maybe like mental health or stuff like that of Chinese people, you say, or Asian people? I don't know.
Yeah,
do you think
in general, for Asians, we're just more internalizing our emotions and internalizing stuff, and we're not as dependent on. We don't want to be as dependent on.
I see.
People. I feel like it's this vulnerability people have, so like they feel vulnerable sharing things with others, so they kind of want to keep everything to themselves.
Yeah, you know the most weird thing that I've ever experienced in my life in China. I've learned so many things. So when I was teaching small kids, actually. I forgot what it's called actually. Maybe you would know, you do psychology too. I was teaching like young kids. I had a kid in my class who was afraid, like trust me, like so afraid of capital E.
Capital E?
Yeah.
Like the letter?
The letter. The letter.
Okay. Why?
Okay. But then but when I followed, apparently, so how he was introduced to capital E, apparently they were using like elephants to introduce him, like when they were teaching him, and he was afraid of elephants. So then he associated capital E with the elephants all the time. Apparently, her mom said to me, so the screen will come, E will come out, and then after E, and then the elephants will come like boom and make a sound. And I don't know what happened, but they said there was an incident like that that happened. After that, the kid didn't want to see capital E. Like, can you imagine that? I've never in my life. I was always like this. This is impossible.
This is crazy.
Bro, it's crazy. Exactly, that's what I felt. I was like this stupid. That's crazy. So this is what you would do. Let's say I'm playing, because I was teaching small kids. Obviously, they're like 6, 7, 5. 4. Some of the kids, and he was like 5 years old. So this is what you do. Let's say we're playing like APCs, and when you put them all, and you know, once you say D, and they say no, he knows you're gonna say E after that. You say no, don't do that, don't say that. You know, and when you say D, he's like D. No, 老师, no. He knows what follows is E. Yeah, he doesn't want E. And then when you put E, let's say you put letters together. When you put E, he throws E away. F, G, continue. Doesn't want E.
That's crazy. No, but like, what does he do when you write? Like,
I don't know. He didn't necessarily. I don't know how.
How about lower cases?
Yeah, actually, that's the thing. He didn't mind lowercase. Yeah, he didn't. No. Small E didn't. It's the big E that he had a problem with.
Capital.
Yeah, capital E didn't want to see. I remember for the first time when that happened, I was so shocked because I didn't know actually that he was like that. Obviously, I'm having class with the kids. I'm relaxed. And because it has been some time too. I've never seen him like react to a letter or something.
Yeah.
Until one day, I'm teaching them on the screen, like letters, you know. So they're all saying, you know, A, and when I turn another one, B, and when I said D, and he's like, no, you know, and I'm confused. What's wrong? No, and then he comes and holds me, right? I'm confused, trying to stop him. No, stop, sit down, and what's not? And then I went to E.
He like broke.
He lost it.
He lost it.
He lost it. And then I changed it because it changed. No. And then when I changed, no, E, no. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah. And then obviously I asked for an assistant and like, what's going on. And then later the school talked to the mother, and then the mother's like, oh no, he's afraid of capital E. Don't show him capital E on the screen, especially and stuff.
So like he's conditioned to be
afraid of capital E. Yeah, I've never seen that before.
That's crazy though.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like that. So I always thought to myself, now that you're saying that, maybe I don't know, but that kid I think that was just specific for him.
I think that's a really specific.
Yeah, it's very specific. I think it's very specific for him actually. I think otherwise, but I found Chinese people to be too relaxed and cool. Like
we don't show it. It's not that we don't have it. We just don't show it. You just don't know. So like sometimes I do hear some of my foreign friends tell me that it's difficult to read Asians. Because we never write anything on our face.
True. Actually, true. I kind of get this. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
I think I see why that person would say that. Yeah, it's very difficult to read, like if an Asian person is mad and stuff. And I think especially if you're a foreigner, it's very hard.
Yeah.
I cannot tell.
Because like I feel like for Asians we do prefer to. It's not exactly good, but we do prefer to make we want the surface to be peaceful. And I think that's like an average Asian mindset where you want the surface, you want at least the outer parts to be like peaceful, like all good. But then like it came to me that like for me and my mom and I, both of us, we're the kind that would just go ahead and we're the one that would go ahead and just start argue. Like if something's wrong, we would just go argue it. But like compared to like Westerns, we're still not as crazy, as like expressive. Because we just tend to keep it down.
Okay, this next one I think is very controversial, but I understand why this person is asking this question actually.
How many questions?
Yeah, so this one, because you know what happens, right? On TikTok, I think the most videos that will trend, because TikTok is so like Chinese and Asian pretty much, right? Yeah, so many people actually ask me, is there foods that Chinese people do not eat? I mean, so they say, because Chinese people eat like everything that people don't eat, so they say there's a food that Chinese people don't eat. I found that interesting because I read something, about because I asked myself that, because my Chinese friends were trying to get me to eat a frog, which I haven't eaten till this day, right? They tried all type of tricks, figure them out. They've tried everything to try to get me to eat a frog. My brain would never, because I said to them, my brain would never allow me to eat a frog, because we just don't eat a frog. But that's the point. I told them that's the only way I'd eat a frog if I don't know. Yeah, but they failed. They failed. as soon as I don't, what is this? What are you feeding me? Nah, I'm not eating. This is a frog, bro. No. So I'm like I just cannot bring myself to that, right? But then, and I asked, when I see this type of question, I remember I read something, right? So they said the reason that Chinese people eat like so many food that we wouldn't necessarily eat is because apparently, maybe you tell me about this if it's true or, but they said it's because at some point in China around 1950s and 60s, people were very poor, and in China there was a famine, and the famine caused people to venture out and eat animals that people wouldn't necessarily eat. For the most part. Well, that's what when you said ChatGPT, you find the type of answer. This was in 1950 to 60s. That's what I read actually. Because I ended up searching this because I was curious too.
That sounds real.
Because on the thingy on TikTok, Chinese people like will be shown eating like about anything, like videos. Those videos
Just
of people
about
eating.
everything.
Yeah, exactly. And then people.
anything.
So why is it? Is there another reason that's maybe I don't know as to why
I
like.
think the ChatGPT answer is pretty accurate. I haven't looked into this, but if you want me to give it a saying, I would say like Chinese people will find anything to make the food delicious. So it's kind of the other way around.
Oh, you're like they'll try
me,
anything
it's
to
ingredients and try anything to make this ingredient. Like that's the only explanation. Like what else can you like?
My friend, actually, my brother ended up eating the frog. How is the frog?
It's it's upset.
Is it like chicken? Because that's what they said when they tried to convince me.
Tianji.
What is Tianji?
Tianji is the frog you're talking about.
Yeah, but it's not. What do you mean Tianji?
They say people say it's like chicken.
Yeah, because my brother told me when he was trying to get me to eat it, which I couldn't bring myself. Actually, I wish I could try some of the things, but it's just that my brain would not allow me to actually eat it.
Yeah, no, knowing it, you wouldn't want to give it a try. It's like the original form of it. You're like
Yeah. Yeah, but weird enough, because some of the things, for example, there's this it's almost like a worm thing. The worm, it's almost like black and something. In South Africa, we call that amaqimbi in South Africa. Yeah, amaqimbi. That's what we say in Zulu, right? Mm-hmm. So, because I remember one of my friends sent me a video of Chinese people eating that, right, on TikTok, and he was like, "Yeah, bro, I can imagine you're busy eating those things, but." In South Africa, like in the rural areas, I've eaten that before, actually. As much as it's just that it's not popular with people in urban areas, and that friend I'm talking about is from the urban areas. You are also, it seems like you've never had that too. No, I've had that before. It's like a worm. It's a literal worm, but it's a particular kind of worm. I know it's like black and white. Trust me, it's not that bad actually. I know, but I was very young, but I would eat it now if I had that. Trust me, because I remember how it tasted like when I was young, when I had that. The only things that are just for me is the frog. I know that here it's not a thing because some restaurants sell it, also even supermarkets, which would scare you also to me when I first arrived here, because people were like, no, but it's a frog, it's just food, you can just.
That's the thing, because it's like to Asians it's ingredients like chicken. It's like if you see like skinned chicken like in the supermarket, you wouldn't feel like it's any scarier. So like I think for Asians it's like ingredient. It's just anything's just ingredient.
Yeah. What's your Chinese favorite dish?
My favorite dish?
Yeah.
I honestly I like I only know how to say this in Chinese. It's like the sweet potato thing. Mm-hmm. That's like covered in sugar, but not like the white sugar. It's like melted sugar, so like caramel sugar. Not caramel sugar, but like burnt sugar.
Yeah. Okay.
It's called basidigua. I don't know if you know.
Basidigua.
Yeah. So like it's coated with like sugar and it's hard. So like you have to like kind of pull it out of the pile of sweet potatoes, and then you have
Please
to dip
send me
it
a picture when we done.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture when we go back.
Yeah, I'll probably edit on the video when you're talking about it.
Yeah, you kind of have to dip it in water, and that
you dip it in water when you eat it.
You dip it in cold water because you don't want the sugar to like be everywhere.
Okay.
Like I feel like a picture is probably gonna do better, but
okay,
you'll see later. That I like eating, but in general, Chinese food I don't. I don't like greasy stuff.
Oh,
So
okay, I see.
I'm more like
Yeah.
I'm more like American.
Oh, I see. Actually, another thing. Okay, I think TikTok for the most part sells this because you know when people see videos, then it creates stereotypes that it's like that. So my friends always say to me when I go back home, when they tease me like, "Oh, guys, watch your dogs, he's back." You know, that's what they say because they see that Chinese people would eat like dogs, not just Chinese, Asian people would eat dogs and stuff like that, right? But wait, I'm coming to that. See your face. I like that you're making that face. The reason I say I like that because they don't eat it. I keep telling people, bro, trust me. In China, people don't eat dogs like that. Okay, maybe in the rural areas, I've never seen one Chinese person eat a dog anywhere. I've never seen people eating dogs, but that's the thing. They say when I come home, oh, watch your dogs. Blondie is back. What is that about? Like, do people in rural areas eat dogs?
I get that stereotype too. So when I was in Korea, when I first went to Korea, like my Korean friends they were like, "Oh, do you really eat dogs?" And I was like, "Where on the earth did you hear that?" And so like eating dog was just something it didn't come to me. Like I did not know that people ate dogs until like I think in only rural areas.
No, there's no ways that people eat dogs here, bro. I've been here for so long. People don't like, bro. Chinese people don't. I keep trying to say this, bro. Chinese people don't eat dogs, bro. Like there's no way. Trust me. We know I become Chinese defendant when I'm home because people think Chinese people don't eat maybe it's just that some of the things that social media doesn't help in a sense because it just perpetuates the stereotype and stuff. Yes. Yeah, but maybe in the rural areas. My friends, my other Chinese friends just said maybe in the rural areas, but not. Yeah.
I've never in my life seen in my 20-something years here. I've never in my life seen anyone eat dogs. So
yeah.
Other things probably, but dogs.
What stereotypes do you guys have about black people?
Black people.
Yeah.
I like me personally. I do feel like generally all the black people I meet are really expressive. Like compared to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, cause me personally, I feel like I'm more introverted.
Yeah.
And so, like all of my black friends, I'm just like, whoo.
Yeah.
I know they don't mean any like.
Yeah, very.
They don't mean to cross.
No, we are very loud too, right?
Yeah, but like, it's just
black people are very
I
loud.
need time.
I think
really.
We are very loud. Trust me.
Need time. No, but they're really like outgoing and like they would tell you stuff and like they would share.
Yeah,
they're
true.
really happy to share anything, just about anything they find interesting, anything they find funny.
Yeah.
They're happy to share as long as they consider you as friend. And
yeah,
also,
true.
I feel like that's a really good thing though, because you like express liking is like not liking is not liking something.
Yeah,
like,
true. Yeah, there's no middle. It's like no, I don't like you. That's it.
Yeah. If I like you, I like you. If I don't like you, I don't like you. And I let you know that I don't like you.
Yeah, I like.
But like for me, it's like whoa, too much kind of. Just
okay.
But yeah, I got used to it. I was like, it's a good way to like.
Okay. Yeah. I know. So yesterday, my students, we're talking because it's something that is kind of controversial now in my class. We always have. This big argument with my kids is, I shower twice every day, no mistakes, none. Or even 3 times sometimes, never once. God. And my students were saying to me, they shower once, and most people here shower once, not twice or 3 times. And then they teased me that, Mr. Mlondi, maybe that's why in Africa you guys don't have water because you shower with it.
That is great.
What is that about? Yeah, is it a thing? What is that about?
I think
is it like a thing here that most people don't shower twice, they have to shower once, or why?
It's either the morning or it's the evening.
Yeah, that's what my kids said.
It's the evening when I get back because I've been out the entire day. You want me like this?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Can't think of it. But no, we
actually I don't know. Maybe it's a black. Okay, the reason I'm saying maybe it's a black thing is because my white friends too are like that. They're like shower once.
No. I have some white friends that showers twice.
No, really. Yeah, most of the ones that I know they shower once. Maybe it's because they are South Africans. Most of the white people I know.
Twice a day.
Every day.
Like every day, morning and evening.
Every day. Like right now, I'm gonna shower just like how I showered in the morning, all the time.
Huh.
Yeah.
Because no, for us, it's you pick.
Oh,
it's
you
either
pick
morning
once.
or it's evening. You don't do twice. Why do you do twice? No, why do you do
Yeah.
Why? Is
Yeah,
it
because
like
to us it's like when you were sleeping, like bro, like you were snorting, like you're sleeping,
Is it the weather?
and maybe no, just that you're sleeping. Maybe you swore
Ah, okay. I do see why people would shower twice. I see where
Yeah.
it's coming from because
Yeah.
you do sleep and then something you sweat and then it's like gross and all that.
Okay.
You wanna feel like you wanna be on like
Yeah.
a good condition when you meet other people.
Yeah.
But then but then you put it logically, it's like you've done the showering the evening before, so you are clean. Like
No, it doesn't work like that. For us, it's like you have to shower twice, bro.
Is it like considered not like polite if you don't shower twice?
No, not really like that. It's just like I think it's just different cultures
Yeah, I
that do
think
that.
it-
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's just the
Yeah, because my
result.
kids like were on me about that. Like, why? But you showered yesterday. Like, what?
Because in their mindset, showering at night
Yeah.
it means you're clean.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so you don't
yeah,
have to do it
shower.
one more time when you're going out again. It's because you're at home.
Mm.
But when you go out, you're like not clean. I feel like it's the same with the shoes.
Mm.
Like you remember how I asked you what
You,
the
you
shoes
want to
are?
take them off?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
for Asians,
yeah,
it's like
they're dirty from outside.
yeah, it's like home is a place like clean and like the shoes from outside, which is dirty, should come
Yeah.
in. So like I feel like
I
that's
understand
kind of
that part.
probably
Yeah,
where
yeah,
it's
yeah.
coming from. So like
The only thing that I try not to step on is like my mats or something because I sit down and what's not.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
exactly.
I don't really. I'm not. My brother is like that.
yeah,
He's like the Asian at home.
the Asian.
Yeah. Actually, sorry. Now I know that I have eaten to your time. Thank you so much. But, are you rushing, right?
No, I'm not rushing.
Are you not rushing? I just need like
If you
10 minutes of your
Yeah,
time,
no,
okay?
go on,
Just 10 minutes, almost there, okay?
Yeah, no,
I just-
go on.
There,
I'm not in a rush.
there are questions that I'm gonna die if I don't ask these questions.
Go on, ask away,
so
ask away.
just 1 second. Let me
Ask
just-
away.
Just 1 second.
Yeah, it's alright. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. You see? Okay, cool.
It is debatable.
Okay, cool. Okay, these questions.
Yeah.
Now we get into crunch questions.
We're like crazy. It's like that was just
Okay, now we're getting like even harder and harder. Okay, so at first we're just talking about stereotypes and stuff like that, right? Now we are moving to, guess what?
I have no idea what's going on. This is scary now.
We are moving to love now.
Relationships.
Relationship stuff.
Right,
So,
right.
in China, this is my experience, by the way.
Alright.
I think Chinese people
Okay.
take dating very seriously. Like Chinese people, like they date to get married type of vibe. Like it's like when they say until death do us apart. Chinese people mean that.
It's that or we're apart.
Yeah, exactly. Like Chinese people mean that. Like I think so. I think like in my experience, like here, living here in China, I've never seen like any other people who take like dating like seriously.
So
like,
seriously.
You better be serious type of vibe. Yeah, that's my experience though. And cause also the reason I'm saying that also in China. Maybe can you answer this first one before I go to the second
No,
one?
go on.
No, can you answer this one? Because this
Oh,
one
you
is
mean
bigger.
like
The dating
like
series.
dating
Yeah, is it
seriousness?
like what is that about? Like if
That's
people
not-
don't just say, "Oh, actually, I
People
think
don't
you're
just
cute,
say,
you're
yeah.
cute, I like you and stuff."
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
hook up and
It's
here
really-
it's like people like are serious about
Yeah,
like
you're
relationships
serious.
and love.
You're either in a relationship or you're not.
Yeah, type of
So
vibe,
there's
yeah.
there's no. Oh, I think you're
Yeah,
cute.
it's just
Let's try it out.
hookups and.
There's no that. There's no that in China. Not a lot. Not the majority.
Okay, the younger generation seem to differ
younger
a little.
generation is changing.
Yeah, but mostly though they still
Like
that core, the
ones,
traditional,
older ones.
yeah.
Because I feel like there's a lot of perspectives you can improve. There's like the historical perspective, but also I think there's like it's believed in a Chinese family, like a typical Chinese family, that it's your life goal is to we say in Chinese 成家立业. So like 成家 means get married, get a family. 立业 means like get a career.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I've
like-
failed in Chinese standard. I've failed. Give me 0. I know.
that's the-
My score is like my GPA is 1.1.
That's the thing, because in traditional Chinese, in like a typical Chinese family, or traditionally, it's believed that you have a successful life if you have a family and a successful career. When you have both of these, then you have a successful life. That's in Chinese.
Yeah,
the
career-wise, I'm fine.
older definition of Chinese, but like right now, I think
Yeah.
the newer generation, they're just like, ah, man, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna marry you. So I think that's where the dating has to be serious part come from, because it's family pressure. So like at around 20 something, if people don't get married in China, they get like pressured. Their mom and dads are like, oh, you're gonna have to go on like dating
I know.
like dating meets, and then like find a person to marry, because for that it's like a life goal. But like that's I feel like that's why they treat dating so serious.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad that you're saying that.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Now, because this is the other thing. I was about to say, what's up with Chinese parents and influence on their kids' lives? Because it is like in my observation that Chinese parents is almost like control vibe. Like the reason I'm saying this, when before I moved here, I used to live in Chieng. This is in Wenzhou, a small town. I had a friend, and my friend was like 27 years old or something, yeah. And I was like 28 at the time when I was, So, and my friend was going to date that's his mom, arranges. So he was going to date that his mom arranges. I couldn't believe it. And so they were mad at him. So they like chased him out of the house because he was sleeping with another guy, like some friend's place and stuff, because they were really mad actually. It was very serious, you know, that he doesn't take himself serious because his mom has arranged so many girls before, and he just doesn't he doesn't like them and stuff like that, and he always gets up to
like the parents is controlling.
Oh, I was losing my shit, as you can imagine. Like, you can imagine from my Western perspective, someone saying those type of things to me and
like
saying
shocking.
I was losing it. I'm like, dude, bro, ask your mom, dog. Yeah, what?
Bro, you gotta get mad now.
Like, no ways. Let's leave. Pack up. Like, ask them, bro. You know what? Let's go to Africa, bro. Like, trust me, nobody cares.
So
you know.
gotta leave this place.
Yeah, what is like? That's just I lost it. And then obviously I got to understand because they told me, no, bro, this here that happens and stuff, and you know but I'm like, bro, you're like 27, bro, like you're so old, bro, like an adult. You don't even, I can understand when you're still 21 and 22, it's still arguable. As much as you're old, but it's still arguable. But at 27, bro, like, what the
You're
fuck?
right. You're about to enter your 30s.
Yeah, bro, what? When is this gonna stop? Until you're a grandpa? Like, what the fudge? I don't understand that. Like, so what's gonna happen? So that's what. And he was like, he has to go meet out with the girl because, and we were playing soccer at the time, and his mom keeps like calling, saying that to him. Yeah. Can you tell me what can you say about that?
This rolls back to a lot. It's education and it's culture, and also just now I mentioned how Chinese people, like Asians in general, we see family as a really big thing. Family is a really big, like huge part in terms of, like, I don't know, in Western, I feel like in, like my personal feeling in like Western culture, it's not as much as, it's like a more equal share between family, friends, and like relationships. It's like a 1/3. But for Chinese, I feel like family, because we've always been told when growing up, we've always been told that your family is your strongest backup. If you fail out there, if you fall out there, you've always got family. So I feel like from that perspective, Asian people generally take family really seriously. So like if you say like Western, it's like 1/3 of the share. Yeah. Then for Asians, probably like half of the share. So like family takes a big part. And like traditionally, we've been taught that you gotta kind of like listen to your parents and all that. Yeah. And that is embedded in education. So you gotta listen to parents. You gotta listen to like older like teachers, and that continues on. And so for like an Asian person growing up in like a Chinese culture, it's like controlling, and you feel like it's fine. You don't feel like, for you as a Western, more of a Western culture, you probably feel like it's not. It doesn't work.
I think it's
because
crazy.
You gotta live on your own at some days, but
it's
for
crazy.
Chinese, it's like you always.
We do get some pressure too in that sense, family and whatnot,
Yeah, but it's like
Yeah, but not like that. Not like.
I do feel like it's
Yes.
both ways though.
Okay, what way?
Because like for Western families, I feel like the parents would give you advice,
Yeah.
but they would not force you
Yeah.
to do
Yeah,
that advice.
exactly.
And for the
What?
kid, but then think back to it. But for the kid, they also have their own ideas because when they were young, growing up, the education already gave them a lot of space in being creative and doing what they like. But in Asian culture or like in Asian education, it's more like, because the older ones has experience in living in this world, so they're giving you the advice and you should take it because it's positive, it's good
true.
for you. And that
Knowledgeable elder.
it's kind of forced into the kid's life. So it's kind of both ways. The parent is forcing, but the kids also, because they've been receiving this since they were really young, so they don't feel like it's a problem. And they don't feel like it's like not normal or something to be mad of. They might feel stressed, they might feel annoyed, but they would never go like, all right, I'm leaving. It really happens. Unless this kid is like accepting Western education later on in life and he accepts this value as his personal value, it's rare occasions that they would just flunk the table and say, I'm leaving. And then just cut family connection altogether.
Yeah.
Like it's not as possible.
Yeah, but that's crazy.
But
I always thought
never
that's
grew
crazy.
up in that though, because my
Yeah.
parents are pretty chill. They're just
Chill,
like,
yeah.
you do you. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right.
Yeah,
sure.
cool. Like, yo, that's just so much pressure. I felt so bad for him. I was so mad actually. I was fuming. Like, bro, like let's leave your mom and dad right now, bro. Like the hell.
Cut that really.
Let's leave them, bro. Like what? You know, I couldn't believe that. Like that's even a thing, you know.
It's a big thing.
And he has seen so many girls. That's another thing that shocked me. I think that's why also his mom was mad because, wow, I was also like, yo, bro, like, I mean,
But
if really though you want this thing for
It's-
us, why have you seen like you want to tell me out of all these girls you didn't find the one? The fudge, bro. What? You're 20 girls in and you don't have a girl yet? Like,
But like, if it's a family introduced, if it's like you said, the mom introduced this girl to him, it's probably like the mom kind of had like a background search of this
Yeah.
girl, like economics wise, they're
Yeah.
matching.
Yeah.
Like educational wise, they're matching.
Mhm.
Personality, I'm not sure, but that they want to make sure at least the two. Education and then like how much money you have.
Yeah, I've had that too. Very, very important. Okay, wait. Okay, so this is another thing that happened, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I feel like my students kind of get me on game with many things. So people here
Yeah.
don't have like they do not have kids without getting married. You know, I told my students that I have 5 siblings, so we are 6. And we have like 3 different mothers. Oh my god! Yo, you could have seen the whole class. What? The whole class went crazy. They lost it. What? So what happened? So your dad married all 3 women? I'm like, no, my dad didn't marry all 3 women. So what happened? Like, what happened? I'm like, no, I have like bigger brothers, 2 bigger brothers and a sister, and one brother and a sister, they have their own mom, and then another brother has his own mom, and then me and my little brother and my little sister also, we have our own mom. There's
You
like
guys
3 of
close?
us,
Oh, you're
and
like-
then yes, and then
close?
we all close. All 6 of us, we are close. We're good, great, right? So yeah, but we all, that's my dad, right? But my mom, we're like 3, and then my dad has like
Are
6
they
kids
close?
in who.
Like you're like your mom's and your mom.
Oh no, my mom passed away actually
I
long
know,
time ago.
like-
Like I was very young when she passed away,
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
wouldn't really know as much in some of their relationship. But my mom was close to my siblings and like all of us.
So
like,
all of the siblings,
yeah,
and even the
yeah.
moms, like the different moms, they're also.
yeah, they were cool. Yeah, it's just that 2 moms died early actually. Yeah, but my dad was married to my mother, and my mother died early too. So he was not married to the other women, but it's people that basically my dad had kids like in college early on, and then later on met someone else that he wanted to marry, then got married to them. Do you see? Yeah, exactly. That's how my kids
Exactly.
feel like, you know.
I can
so it's
see.
like what?
I can see.
Yeah, you know. So it's not, but then you see, for example, in like South Africa, it's not even like a shock or like it's like yeah, it's not special.
think
It's like it's a regular thing. It's like it's not even a thing in
back
South
up
Africa,
there.
you know.
Yeah.
And here it's like a big thing
It is a
that
big
people would
thing.
like having a kid and getting married. It's hand in hand.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think also this is the reason also they such because China, I saw it's in top 5 highest divorce rates in the world.
Yeah.
America, China, England, I forgot, but China is up there too, like amongst the biggest
Is
divorce
it like the
rates.
recent years?
What?
The recent years.
Yeah, recent
That
years.
they
Yeah,
went
biggest
up.
divorce rates recent years, like from 2021 or something. Biggest divorce rates here actually.
I think if you were talking about recent years, the divorce rate went up. I would think it's reasonable. But like in the
No,
past,
recent. No.
Yeah.
This is like 2021 or something.
yeah,
like
so
recent,
like,
recent.
So like the recent 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
But like in the past, I don't think it's that.
Yeah. So why is that? Why? Oh well, to me, I thought that's because people here, feel like people here get married mostly for like convenience of life because they consider some for sure in Chinese. And I thought, to be fair, I think it's such a brilliant way to get married. I feel like saying I love you, right? I feel like it should be just the beginning. Can we actually be in a partnership? Because I feel like a relationship is more like a business. It's more like that. Can it work like as a partnership? Rather, because it doesn't matter whether we love each other or not. But if we cannot function, or we're gonna miss some things when we are like working together. Then it becomes problematic. Then.
Yeah, no, because I feel like getting married in at least like in the past like long ago. When people want to get married, like I was saying just now, like. It's kind of like you have this achievement to reach. You have this goal to meet at this age. You kind of have to do this to get married. And so people getting together and getting married is kind of like, we have like emotional like connections, but it's also more like I'm completing a goal. I'm like checking a list off. And to me, it's more partnership than it is relationship. Yeah. It's like we're just together because we both have this goal at this time, and we both have to check it off. So, and we don't hate each other. So let's go on. Yeah. But recent years, because the idea of getting married is not your final life goal. This idea is becoming. I think
you guys are changing it. The new generation is changing it. The mentality is not the same.
Yeah, the newer generation don't see marriage and families like it. They don't put as much importance to it. Not that they don't care. It's just it's not my first priority anymore. Like I have so many things, so many other things to work on and I want to do. So like, why would I want to be married and like?
And I think I think so though, but I don't know. I think also that's the reason of the dropping birth rate because it's so bad. Yeah. I saw a company, but then like some human rights what's in China, they stopped that company because the company was forcing. They wrote like a letter to employees to have to. I don't know if you saw the story that they have to get married now going forward. Like they cannot, like people who are they gave an age group like 28 and what you have to be married in the next year or two, otherwise your employment will end there.
I do feel like it's like when you push down a spring for too long, when you press it for too long and you let go, the spring just flies away and you can't control it. It's kind of like that because.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah, because we've been stuck on the idea of getting married is your life goal. Getting married is your life goal for so long, and you continue to believe that, and then until this one point that we're getting more Western culture, we're getting more other perspectives, we're getting more other ideas, and you're starting to realize that getting married is not your life goal. It's not your destiny. You got so many places that you can go, you can't do. So that kind of like let go of the spring right there, and then that's what's causing people to be like, I don't want to get married. I just don't want to. It's not that they 100% hate it. It's probably because it's been pressed for too long.
Yeah, there's been pressed.
And now it's like go. It's then you just don't have to. It's like
it's not like the thing anymore. The generation has changed that.
Yeah, and also it's like you're feeling that I've been doing this for so long, I just don't want to continue it, so I'm gonna be doing something else. So it's not even that you hate it.
Yeah, I know, I understand. It's like you can't force me to eat though.
Yeah. It's just I've been forced for so long, so I'm just not going to. And so like you start seeing like birth rates drop and like marriage.
You're very bad, Because even our school, I don't know if you've had that, because our school every beginning of the year here, when they tell us about numbers and stuff. So they said that this is traced on birth rate because apparently what sustained Chinese birth rates for so long is that people like in college years, that's where people got pregnant the most in college. But now that has changed significantly as a change of culture and stuff. So then now people don't have kids at 22 and 23 as much as they used to around those times. So now the birth rate has dropped like drastically. It's so bad. Actually, it's very bad. I feel very I don't know, because now also being a foreigner, I saw that also within like foreign things, that's why China now has like so much opened to having foreigners and stuff, because the birth rate is just too drastic. When they look at it, when they try to forecast the birth rate into the next 10 years, they feel like it's going to be too drastic, because Japan has gotten so bad also that to the point that Japan and Korea are even worse than China actually, because their birth rate is dropping so bad to the point that in South Africa, so ads everywhere to go to Japan, like for people who have like degrees and stuff, who qualify and stuff, and then they advertise so many different jobs and stuff like that, because Africa has the youngest population in the world. So compared to the world, many people in other countries are have older population, and Africa has the youngest. So that's what they're trying to do now, to try to get black people.
I get the idea though, but I feel like it's a lot of factors leading to this situation right now. It's not only just we're getting new perspectives. It's also because it used to be an obligation, and people don't even get married because of love. They just get married for the sake of getting married. I hate to put it that way, but for I understand. It does look like it does look at me like you're just completing a goal. You're checking off the list. That's it. But because of that. Because it used to be an obligation, and right now people are realizing, it's not my obligation. It's not the final goal anymore. So it's kind of everything's adding on, leading to the current condition right now, and also economics. People are raising kids. It's expensive.
It's getting true. I understand. It's very expensive now. Yeah. That's why also they have incentive. The government has incentive for people with kids now.
But still. It's a responsibility, and it's expensive,
true,
and
true.
it's not an obligation anymore. So
true.
People are not they don't need to, and it's in Asian culture generally. So you see the trend, because we're pressed in that condition for too long, and so it's because. So
it's brilliant that you're saying that, because it's Asian countries the most where they are losing the population.
Because you see Western countries marry because they have emotions, because they have love, because they feel like they want to be together. So divorce is not even a big problem in, I would say,
back then it wasn't as much.
It's not as bad in Western country. It's because you two don't work out, so we're just gonna separate. It works, and so you can still be friends because this layer of relationship doesn't work.
I don't think just that is because on the other side, I'm thinking about at home, people don't really care as much about. People can go together forever, and you think they're married, and they're not even married, and there's just a brilliant couple, have kids, a family, but they're not married. It's it's not a thing to that extent. And then they will get married maybe later. It's what really, but to us it's more. It's I think people are more just about life rather than having to.
So for Western, it's more living the life and enjoying the moment. But for Asian, it's like we're checking off the list anytime, every single time we just.
See, also for an example, to us, it's not even a big thing that. The fact that they say, for example, we still have that thing that's when once you have a kid and you don't have maybe you want to, let's say for example you have a kid, but then you broke up with your person, then you want to date someone else. That's especially for women or a man, but especially for women, your value has dropped. There is something like that, but this is not of a woo-ha to the point that you cannot get someone.
It's not the point that out of the market.
Out of the market. You have a kid? No, bro, get away. It's not like that.
Exactly. That's why I think that's why your students were so shocked, because in the Asian perspective, it's not. It's an obligation, and it's something that you had to do, and the values and the perspectives have been there for too long, and so listening to how, there's a possibility of people getting married or not even getting married but still have love, That is a really new idea.
yeah. That's why they were like, what?
So that's like a really new idea to them. So I feel like that's why. But like recent years, the data and everything has changed because people are starting to realize.
Now they're not as obligated as how people used to be. I think this one was a good one actually. I thought about it so much.
It's like, oh.
Yeah. Another thing. Okay, this is gonna be the last question for the day. I'm sorry for taking so much of your time. Thank you so much. This is gonna be the last question. Maybe two more, but okay.
Yeah, no, go on. I'm fine with anything.
What can a person expect?
What
Can a person expect when they date a Chinese girl? Yeah, represent for the gang.
You got some stereotypical things like you gotta pay.
You gotta
take the bill. Like the guy has to.
But that's everywhere.
That's everywhere.
I wouldn't mind it. Actually, it's not. Okay, it's so unfair for me to say because because that's what they always say when I say those type of things. Because you have money doesn't mean everybody has money. But I don't even. For me, I don't even. It's not even a thing. I don't even. Like as a guy, I feel like it's something that I want to do. Like I feel like because if you take this away from me, it's like my manhood is gone, bro. Like I want to do that. I want to feel like I'm a man. I can provide for my family and hold it down. And if my woman does something, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, you did that, but it's not like you have to do something like that. So major things should be. I understand that. So that you can expect. And what else?
And also like, are we looking at marriage or are we looking at
dating? Just dating.
Just dating.
Yeah, like just everything dating.
I think it's a thing that the. I don't know about other people, but it's a thing that usually all the planning the guy does. The guy does all the planning.
Okay, I'm bad at that, but okay.
Yeah, but like I feel like mostly.
Actually, I've had that. My friends told me.
Yeah, mostly for dating, I feel like the guy would take the initiative and do the planning, and also for traveling, they would do the planning, and also for like, and also, I feel I don't know if this is accurate. For me, it's not so, but I'm not sure. I've heard it somewhere that. It's expected that the guy would think more about the future and plan more about the future rather than the girl. But I'm not really sure why because I feel like it's
this is the first time hearing that. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it's a feeling that the girl would think because you're a man, you have to take responsibility. So this planning sort of thing, you should take more portion or take more responsibility than the girl does. But like for dating, it's just a regular, like the guys would be in charge of money, like paying stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I don't know. I'm just talking like typical.
Yeah.
For me, it doesn't work like that. But
how does it work for you?
For me, I think if I was dating someone, I wouldn't let them pay all the time. Or like I wouldn't let them do the payment all the time just because I feel like we're on the same level and like there's I get it that you're trying
you are so westernized.
Yeah, I get it.
This one in China here, you're not in America anymore. This one is so westernized.
Yeah, but like because I was talking to my friend and like I just feel like especially if I go out with a guy for the first time, I wouldn't let them take the bill.
Oh, really?
And I would insist.
No, you should let him. Give him a chance to, this is so wrong.
That's the thing. I would insist because, okay, I feel like the guy would think, I don't know if I want to say this.
No, you can say it. I know what you want to say. Say it. It's like maybe they owe you now or something. They owe you.
No. For the guy, I feel like if I insist that I wanted to pay, if I wanted to split the bill, like I would say I want to split the bill. Like I wouldn't pay, but I would split the bill.
Okay.
I feel like for the guy, it's like, it's for me, it's like a thing that I kind of block out people because if the guy feel like I want to split the bill and he doesn't have an excuse, a proper excuse to ask me out for the second time. And the guy's not really interested in me anyways. He just wanted to see if he has an excuse. I don't know how to put this. So like for me, splitting the bill is taking away that excuse for this guy to meet me for a second time. So if he does really want to meet me for the second time, he would have really strong intentions, or like he would be really he really mean it. He really means it, and he's like interested in me as a person instead of he just wanted to meet for the second time. I don't know if that makes sense.
Okay, let me try to see. Let me try to put this together for you.
Yeah.
I think you are trying to say you don't want a person to feel like you are a burden to them, so then they will have excuses to say, why would I go meet her to just spend my money maybe again and stuff. You don't want them to have you want them to come back because they want you rather than
how do I say that? How do I put this? Oh, you know how like if I let him pay,
yeah.
For me personally, I feel like I owe him. That feeling is weird, but I feel like I owe him.
Okay.
And I would, for me personally, if like I don't want to go out with this guy for the second time, it takes away my excuse to not go. So for me, it's a safety bound. It's like because I don't want that. And it's like really, I don't know.
Okay, so you would rather pay for yourself so that you want to own your own choice.
Yeah, I want to have that. I want to have that choice, and I can decide because I think I don't think most people do it, but for me personally, it's I cannot. I hate that feeling, and I'm trying to switch it out, but it's more like if I have a feeling that I owe him something. I don't feel like I can reject even if I don't want to. So like, and it's also me confirming for myself that if I go out with this guy the second time, probably means that this person is like okay, and I feel like okay, I can go ahead and meet this person because I really want to, because like for me personally, I don't reject people that much, and that's like something I really want to switch out. I really want to change because it's apparently I've been told that it's confusing. Like, if you don't tell a guy directly that no is a no, then it's confusing. I'm just like, how is that confusing?
It is. I understand.
If I'm trying to find excuses and not go out
okay, you should read on your own too. That's bro, I'm not into you.
Like bro, you should read.
No. You are making sense. No, I understand.
That's
I
what
understand.
I'm saying. I'm trying to.
Yeah, no, that's. I'm with you.
Yeah,
so but some guys are too stupid to get it. The girl doesn't like you, bro.
That's why I would like split the bill the first time.
Before we're gonna finish now, battery is down.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. Okay. Oh wow, that's interesting though. That's interesting.
I just said something like I don't know. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, no.
I didn't think of it like that. No, I didn't think of this. Is the first time hearing what you're saying.
For me
I've never had that before. I understand what you're saying.
It's just me personally. I don't know how others.
I've never had that before.
It's just me personally, and I feel like that's weird because I rarely.
No, it makes sense.
But
though.
it makes sense if you like see this, if you like listen to the story behind. But like just for me personally.
My God, Squid Games. Thank you so much for coming through. Hopefully everything goes well.
Hopefully.
And maybe I'm gonna ask you for the part 2 later in life. Okay.
Let's see how
and here I have this for you because I didn't know what to get you.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought it's cute.
That's so cute.
Yeah, this is a Squid Game flower, guys.
Thank
you for coming through. Yes.
No, thank you for
so
asking
much.
though.
Yeah,
like
thank you for coming through. Okay. Squid Games.